Hello, Cybercats fans. Welcome to round 2 of the PlayVS Rocket League playoffs. We have the Cybercats going up against the Shawsheen Valley Rams in a best-of-7 series. Game 1 has just started, and we have Togs taking it to the offensive side of the field, which immediately gets hit back for another attempt on the Cybercat side. Togs again, hitting it to the left corner with a nice bounce off the corner, giving him an aerial attempt that he just misses. And into the hands of the Cybercats. Keeping a lot of pressure like we saw in round 1, and a quick goal by Buckeye, putting the Cybercats up 1 with just over 30 seconds into game number 1. 1-0 Cybercats. Nice aerial goal by Buckeye. And the Rams won the kickoff on that one, but did not cheat up, so Togs was able to get a clean hit at the goal. The Rams are going to take this one up the wall and see if they can make anything work towards the middle of the field. They are not, and a pass to the middle, but the Cybercats end up blocking that completely on their own. Unfortunate for them, they were not able to put another one in the net. Togs is going to pass that one dangerously back towards the center of the field, but Buckeye's there to clear it up. Ends up losing the 50, but lands on the hood of the car of Togs. We'll see if he has anything with the wall dribble, and he does not. And a nice aerial, but a block by the Cybercats. And a miss there, or it could be a fake from either side, but it ends up working nonetheless for the Rams. And a missed attempt at the ceiling and a demo. Nice for the Cybercats there to have each other's back on that attempt, but the Rams are still keeping the pressure pretty heavy on the offensive side. They're not letting the Cybercats get many opportunities and forcing them to play a lot of defense, which is difficult to do when you have two large boosts in the corner, especially when you see the Rams taking those large boosts in the corner. And a miss and a tie. The Rams have scored with 3 minutes remaining in game number 1. Cybercats win that one and get a nice bounce off the side wall, but the Rams are there to clean it up and hit it towards the center of the field. An interesting hit there on the side by the Cybercats, and an awkward bounce that the Cybercats will have to deal with here in front of the net. They did get a good clear here, and I heard a demo in the back. I'm not sure from which side, and it looks like it was the Rams who were demoed on that, but that's not going to affect them. If anything, it actually helps them because it puts that player back on the defensive side of the field. And we have Buckeye here and Togs getting tangled up in the corner, but the Cybercats were able to clear. Another demo, which is going to put the Rams down 1 player here in an aerial attempt. A nice block by Buckeye on that attempt, and Togs should have an open net shot. He does. He hits it in the top left corner, puts the Cybercats up 2-1, 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in game number 1. The Rams won the kickoff on that one. It's interesting to see that neither team is cheating up with the second man on those kickoffs. The Cybercats were able to get a good demo there. I feel like if they were able to cheat up, they'd have some other opportunities at scoring, but no more opportunities needed on that possession, as Benny's able to hit that one into the top right corner off of a nice rebound, which we saw a lot of in round 1. Always having a Cybercat there and available to clean up the rebounds and the backboards has really helped put more points on the board. Cybercats 3-1. Benny with a nice flick attempt there, but it wasn't high enough as the Rams were able to defend that one. He did try to catch that one and squeeze that in on the top of his car, but was unable to get that in the net. A nice block attempt, but that leaves that sitting in the middle of the field, and slowly as the ball rolls towards the net, the Rams were able to make it back for another save. And an offensive attempt on their own. A perfect flick over the defense of the Cybercats, closes the lead, 3-2. Rams attempting to come back and have really made this an exciting game. A minute and a half left. We'll see if they're able to tie this one up or if the Cybercats can hold on to this 1-point lead. That time we do see the Cybercats cheat up, which, as I said earlier, allows them to quickly start attacking on the defense. Unfortunately, the Cybercats were unable to get a good hit off the wall, but they still are able to keep this in the middle of the field. Benny goes up, and very quickly, in about 15 seconds, Cybercats put another point on the board, 4-2 Cybercats. We had a 50-50 on the kickoff there, and we had another 50-50 in the middle of the field on the second attempt. Both teams seem to be adjusting appropriately as they try to win more of those kickoffs. A nice pass to the right side of the field to Buckeye is going to give Togs an opportunity for the pass, but hits it just too hard. Benny with another attempt at passing it towards the middle of the field and ends up picking up a demo, which may leave an opportunity for the Cybercats, but it does not, as Togs goes just under the ball and is unable to hit it. Benny with an awkward wall attempt ends up getting a pretty decent back pass to Buckeye, who's going to try and center this to the middle. For a shot attempt by Togs, he's unable to hit it. Benny up for the aerial attempt. And the Rams are on offense here. This is going to make things awkward if Togs is unable to get a good hit. He does get just enough power on that to hit it over the Rams defender. And with only 5 seconds roughly remaining, that should be enough for the Cybercats to hold on and win game number 1 again of a best-of-7 series. Very competitive game 1. I liked the effort by the Cybercats on making sure that they follow up on those back passes and on the rebounds on the backboard. That gave them a ton of opportunities to score that they were able to capitalize on, and compared to round number 1, they seem to be a lot more accurate on their aerial attempts as well. It'll be interesting to see if they can keep that momentum going forward for the remainder of this series. Cybercats ended up losing the 50-50 on that hit, but Buckeye was able to flick it perfectly over the defender there, leaving what looks like to be a 3-on-1, and just misses on the shot attempt. Togs is going to go out for that one, but a Rams player was already up and beat him to the ball, and Buckeye, keeping the effort on the offensive side, gets an open net, 1-0 Cybercats with just over 30 seconds into game number 2. Both teams cheating up slightly on that kickoff. The Buckeyes were able to hit that one just over the second defender. Trying to keep the ball in the corner of the offensive side of the field here for the Cybercats and staying aggressive, but end up losing the possession on that one. The ball gets in the corner, Cybercats end up missing, and the shot is just too high, just over the net. But ended up getting a good enough bounce where the Rams were able to stay aggressive. We'll see if Togs is able to take the aerial attempt off the sidewall. Ends up getting just a little bit too far underneath the ball, which ends up slowing it down and doesn't get enough power to get a good hit towards the net. And we'll see what the Cybercats do with this. They end up missing on the sidewall, but thankfully no Rams are there to clear it up. Togs is there to save it from the far side of the post. Then he's able to get enough air underneath that one, which gives Buckeye the opportunity to clear it to the far side of the field. This is only going to leave one Cybercat back for defense. I actually don't see where they're at. Fortunately, the Rams end up missing on the open net attempt. Maybe got a little too aggressive on the aerial when they maybe could have just let it bounce in front of the net. But that ends up saving a goal from the Cybercats. A good save by the Rams. And that leaves 3 Rams player with one awkwardly trying to recover on the net. And a shot and a goal, top right corner. Togs is able to clean that one up and capitalize on, it looks like, the accidental pass from the Rams to the middle of the field. Togs with the center attempt, unable to complete it, but Benny's able to get a nice bounce off the corner, which lays the ball perfectly in front of the top of the net, which is exactly where you want it. It makes it very difficult for the defense to recover on that. They did have a good block attempt there, but we're just too far ahead, not deep enough inside of the net, and Benny was able to complete that for a 3-0 lead in game number 2. Togs with a nice center attempt. Unfortunately, was unable to get the cleanup there in the middle. I missed who that was. I don't know if it was Benny or Buckeye. But the Cybercats are going to give it another shot here down. They had a nice pass towards the middle of the goal. The Rams are there to clean it up. A nice bounce, which should land right for Togs to be able to hit it on the offensive side. And they can get that over the second defender. The third defender and the goalie ends up missing. Togs capitalizes on the missed opportunity and scores the 4th goal. 2 minutes remaining in game number 2. Cybercats are up 4-0. The Rams win that one, get a nice bounce off the bottom corner and a nice shot attempt. Cybercats unable to react quick enough to that one, and the Rams cut the lead back down to 3 with plenty of time remaining to make a comeback in game number 2, 4-1 Cybercats. Buckeye and Togs getting mixed up there in the middle. Benny there to save them from the mistake. A very close shot attempt as one player went up for the aerial block, and a nice flick over from the side wall by the Cybercats. We'll see if either one of the Cybercats are able to turn on this. Not a very good hit off the corner. Ends up leaving the ball in a nice aerial spot for the defenders, or the Rams. And we'll see if the Cybercats can get themselves out of this awkward situation that they have found themselves in. The Rams are keeping pressure on the Cybercats here, which is exactly what they need to do to come back. They're starting to get a lot more accurate as well on their aerial attempts and putting the ball in very difficult positions to save. And again, this is going to become problematic for the Cybercats if they're unable to get this ball off of this side of the field, as they're eventually going to start running out of boost and only having those small pads available to pick up. Very nice bounce and an aerial attempt that falls just low enough for the Rams to defend that one properly and get a nice save. But there's only 25 seconds remaining in game number 2. It looks like not enough time will be available for the Rams to be able to make a comeback in this game. But they should definitely stay confident heading into game number 3, as they were able to keep the majority of the pressure on for the last half of this game. And if the Cybercats don't adjust properly, that can become difficult for them for the rest of the series. And as soon as the ball hits the ground, which it does, Cybercats will take a 2-0 series lead heading into game number 3 of a best of 7. And we're just waiting for Togs to ready up for the next game. He was having internet issues earlier. He may be trying to sort that out heading into game number 3. It looks like he is ready to go. And game number 3. Nice job by Benny taking that one back towards their own side of the field, allowing another Cybercat to come through and hit a much cleaner shot. A very close shot attempt on the 50-50. It ended up being a pinch at about center field, which just missed to the side of the goalpost. A nice aerial attempt by Tog, starting to get a little more comfortable as the Cybercats have a 2-game series lead. We may see maybe some fancier shot attempts by the Cybercats as they start to get a little bit more comfortable, but what they need to do is just make sure that they get these games over with, not try and risk too much, and make sure that we can solidify our spot in round 3. The Rams seem to be continuing their aggressive pressure that they had in the last half of game 2, and so far, at least with this possession, it seems to be working for them. By keeping pressure like that, they get a lot of opportunities for aerial shots right there, but it looks like the Rams decided to go back with 2 people on defense and just wait in net. One of them potentially could have gone up for the shot attempt instead. Cybercats are going to try and take this one back towards the Rams side of the field. Cybercats have kind of left the ball bouncing slowly towards the net as well. Togs almost with a nice flick attempt to the top corner, ends up hitting the top and left side of the post, and just misses the first goal of the game. Nice demo there around midfield. And the Rams are going to try and take this one back up. The Cybercats should have someone there. They actually miss one, and that creates some confusion by the other Cybercats. That's going to be a bad miss, trying to clear the ball to the side of the field, and leaves the net wide open for the Rams to take a 1-point game lead in game 3. Rams decide to leave the net with a shot as 2 defenders again stay back. That seems to be working for them. It's a little bit dangerous to attempt that. We're going to see an aerial attempt, a nice dribble attempt. 2 Cybercats decide to try and go for that goal. I don't know if that was being communicated in their in-game comms. And another shot, as it looks like, I don't know, I think that was Buckeye or Benny, that ended up getting twisted up in the air, tried to do another flip to recover and was unable to. It was Togs, I'm sorry, and was unable to save it. Hits just over Togs' 2-0 game lead for the Rams. And a fake kickoff by the Rams, which is going to leave Benny with a shot off the backboard. A nice defensive play by the Rams. It's exactly what you want to do when the ball is hit that high off the backboard. You want to make sure that it doesn't fall back down to center field. You want to keep those in the corner if you can. And that's exactly what they did for right play. A nice shot off the corner. All 3 players end up missing. And the Rams are going to take this one back as they get a good pass off the side wall and pass the first Cybercats defender. Togs is going to have this in an awkward position, and he is able to recover. That's going to be an open net by the Cybercats. I think the Rams saw an easy opportunity to score there. Ended up falling too far close to the Cybercats goal, and Togs hit that one center and straight into the goal and cut the lead down to 2-1 Rams. And the Rams won the kickoff there. They hit it into the opposite corner of where the Cybercats were cheating up to make a play. The Rams should be able to get back for this one. They do hit that one in the direction of Togs, who almost sneaks that one in past the first defender, but the goalie was waiting there for the easy save, and the Rams are taking this one back up the field. This is a difficult position for Buckeye because if he doesn't get a good hit off the wall here, he only leaves one defender back. He does get a good hit. Togs clears it with another one, and the Rams were able to safely clean that one back up and take this back towards the offensive side. They did attempt the short pass there off the hood of the car, which ends up getting blocked by the Cybercats. And the Cybercats should probably look to be a little bit more aggressive here with only a minute remaining. They did get a good bounce there, but not a very good pass. That's going to force Benny to have to make the next pass for Buckeye, who's not there. But thankfully for the Cybercats, the Rams were able to lay that one up just in the top right corner of the goal. And Benny was able to clean that up and tie it for the Cybercats with just under 50 seconds. 2-2, game number 3. I don't know if the Rams feel like they are losing a lot of their kickoff attempts, but you've seen just like on that one, they are either doing fake kickoffs, or in that case, they did a slow kickoff to try and win the 50-50. That ends up giving the Cybercats an offensive possession and a free shot in most cases on the goal when they do that. And as you can see here, Benny was able to take that free shot. It just gets over the goalie's front end of the car, as he didn't maybe have enough boost or didn't accelerate enough on the block attempt, and that gives the Cybercats a 1-point lead with not much time remaining. And a nice double tap attempt, unable to be cleaned up by the Cybercats. The Rams are going to try an aerial here. They do just enough to get it past the Cybercats, but ends up being cleaned up by the second defender. And we're going to see a pass to the center of the field that ends up missing. The third defender from the Cybercats comes up for the shot attempt and misses. And as long as they stay aggressive here and the ball hits the ground on the next attempt, this game is very close and it ends up going in the Cybercats' favor. They win a close one. They win by 1, but they take a 3-0 series lead going into match point against the Rams. And heading into game number 4, Cybercats just need one more win to win this series. The last game, as we saw, though, was much closer, so we'll see if they're able to hold on to the momentum that they currently have. If the last game was any indication, the Rams can certainly win the next game, but not with that, as the Buckeye himself has scored another quick goal for the Cybercats. 19 seconds in, 1-0 Cybercats. Clear that to the center of the field, ends up being a pass to himself and a double tap off the back wall. He puts that perfectly in front of the center of the goal, but it was just a little too quick maybe for the rest of his teammates to catch up. Cybercats are going to take a shot on net and end up hitting it just too high. Buckeye's going to try and clear this one to the middle of the field, but the Rams are there to respond as they hit that back towards the Cybercat side of the field. He should have a good shot here to hit it towards the middle, and he does, but again, it seems like the Rams are playing a bit too cautious as they're not available to get a shot off of those passes. The passing plays are there, but the shots are not. And the Rams taking another shot. That one bounces off the ground, which was an easy save for Buckeye to hit that back towards the Cybercats. Shot attempt. Everybody misses on the Cybercats. They do just enough to save it. A double tap attempt ends up getting blocked, and the Rams are able to turn that into a goal. That's unfortunate for the Cybercats. That was only about a foot away from being another goal by the Cybercats that ends up being hit perfectly just over the defender Togs, right into the middle of the goal, 1-1, as the Rams have tied this game up. And we have two Cybercats players that are both going for the aerial attempt. They get a good enough bounce off the corner, and Benny's able to score another goal in about 20 seconds after the Rams were able to tie the game up. A very nice aerial, gets it just over the defender that was trying to save it off of the back wall. 3 minutes, 7 seconds remaining. Match point. Cybercats get a good bounce off the kickoff there, hit it just too soon for the goal, and a missed aerial which ends up messing up the defender trying to make the save, and it gets just over the goalie, unfortunately, as Togs is able to just gently hit that one into the net. No need to get fancy on those ones, and take the lead to 2, 3-1 Cybercats. Cybercats win the kickoff again on that one. Not a very good hit though, off the corner, jumped a bit too soon. I think he was trying to take the power off of some of that, which is typically a good thing to do if you notice that no other defenders are on the back wall to contest you, but doesn't get enough. Allows the Rams to safely just continue to fight for this possession in the corner and push the ball towards the Cybercats side of the field. Cybercats respawn well and hit the ball for a nice center, but it's going to take a much better hit than this, or maybe not. But the Rams were able to safely defend that one. They are making this one a little bit awkward, but they end up getting it past two defenders. That leaves only Benny back to make a safe defensive play. Ends up losing the 50, but there was enough power behind it for it to bounce pretty hard off the back wall, so there were no shot attempts. And Togs just trying to force that one back into the corner. You don't want the ball sitting in the middle of the field. That would leave an open net for the Rams to try and get this score down by at least one. So far they've been unable to do so. They're staying aggressive though. That was a good shot attempt off the wall, not as well off of the middle of the field as the Rams player just misses it. And Togs just misses the shot on net, unable to add another one to the lead that they already have. Benny out of boost, tries to pass it to the middle of the field, and it gets intercepted. A nice bump by Buckeye. If Togs can hit this, Buckeye can hit this in, and he does just that. Buckeye with another goal in the series, and that will give the Cybercats a comfortable lead as they go up 4-1 with just over a minute remaining in match point, game number 4 for the Cybercats. Togs is going to go off the wall and get a nice hit off the backboard there, but Buckeye unable to clean that one up and get a shot on net, which is okay. And Benny did the right thing by going back on defense. You don't want to give up any of those easy goals like what we saw earlier. So the safe thing to do is to go back on defense and just see how it plays out. Benny's still attacking with 0 boost, unable to get enough air under the tires there to hit that one. Togs with a nice block attempt as he floats across the middle of the field, but he's going to leave a shot for the Rams to take with 2 defenders by the Cybercats. You can see that they're just playing it safe this time, which is the right approach. And the Rams are going to try and take this one down the field, but it looks like there's not going to be enough time remaining on the clock for them to even this game up. And with about 5 seconds remaining here in game number 4, it looks like the Cybercats are going to win this series and advance to round 3 of the PlayVS Rocket League playoffs. Round 3 will take place tomorrow. It is scheduled for 4 p.m. We will see if that happens or gets rescheduled. And thank you guys for watching. Great job, and congratulations to a great season for the Rams, making it to round 2 of the PlayVS playoffs. There are 128 teams that have made this playoffs. They were able to make it into round 2. Great job by them, and congratulations to the Cybercats. Again, they will advance to round 3, and that will be tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.